Chicago police have charged a pair of 16-year-olds following a shooting at a high school basketball game yesterday. A star forward for North Lawndale Prep was injured in that incident, which took place outside of the school after the game. This incident comes as officials with the Chicago Public Schools are vowing to ramp up safety at high school athletic events. ABC 7's Ravi Baichwal joins us now with more. Ravi?
Well, Linda, just last week, the top administrator for CPS Sports had asked high schools to check their security arrangements for big games and come up with some revised plans if theirs were old or inadequate. It was a response to the post-basketball game shooting, which happened outside Dunbar High 2 weeks ago. Well, today is the deadline to get those plans in, and North Lawndale Prep submitted early, but that was not enough to prevent bloodshed last night. Douglas Park houses two high schools, Collins on the west and the much-acclaimed North Lawndale Prep on the east. Its teams play their home games at Collins.
Have a good afternoon.
Police are investigating what happened after the game yesterday between North Lawndale and ACT Charter School from the south side. Jermaine Winfield, a 6'4" star forward for North Lawndale, apparently came to the aid of teammates who were being jumped in this park after the game. Police say that's when he was shot in the thigh with a .22 caliber bullet, or maybe something smaller. This parent of a Collins student says the proximity of the high schools makes them unsafe.
They bring it in the high schools, and then you have children, west side Chicago, south side Chicago, coming in together, and for some reason they don't get along.
Concerns like those had the Chicago Public Schools' top sports administrator, Calvin Davis, demanding better security planning for area high schools. He sent out this memo last week after meeting with Chicago Police Superintendent Jody Weiss in the aftermath of the shooting at Dunbar. In that case, 5 teens were wounded, and 18-year-old Giorgio Dukes has been charged with 5 felony counts of aggravated battery with a firearm.
I think that these are random events. If you look at our basketball schedule, you will see that we conduct hundreds of activities after school for students throughout the school year.
The new policy asks schools to ensure area police know the schedule for high alert games and screen carefully who is allowed in to watch them. Still, a basketball game last night between Bogan and Simeon at Bogan High School had to be called with less than 6 minutes left due to a fight in the stands. Davis says that was a case of security plans working, but police and CPS staff cannot be everywhere.
I would say that publicly, sporting events are relatively safe.
Now back to the shooting in last night's North Lawndale ACT Charter game. It was not a high alert game, and so the police were not present. Chicago police say that the two 16-year-olds who have been charged, that is with simple battery, that's the charge as well. They have another person in custody who has not been charged, and Alan and Linda, the juveniles who are in custody, of course, their names are not going to be released.
Sad. Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
Thanks
Ravi.
very much, Ravi. Cook County